Covering all things LEGO, from Minneapolis to Fiverton and LEGO cities beyond. It's Bricking News.
Welcome back to Bricking News. I am Jason, and with me,
Hey, I'm Alex.
and we want to say to you,
Happy 4th of July! My name is Jimmy. Goodbye.
thank you, Jimmy, for the intro.
That was awesome. One take.
Yes. Today, as he mentioned, is the 4th of July, and
Happy
we
4th.
are excited to celebrate.
July 4th.
Or, if you are outside of the United States, Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Independence Day.
I guess it's still the 4th of July. It just doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything. So.
More so to some people. But yes, there you go.
So the hats are totally Alex's idea, in case you're wondering.
Obviously. I'm always wearing hats on my channel.
It's
you
totally
guys know.
on brand, I told
Totally
you.
on brand. Yeah, I love all the glitter that's getting all over the place, too. Oh, goodness.
All right, so for July, let's see, what do we have going on? Who's going to go first?
I don't
Do you
know.
want to go? Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you know what? I'll go first.
All right.
I can't remember who went first last time, but...
I think it usually ends up being you, and that's okay. I don't
Oh,
care.
well, shoot. Now I feel guilty.
No. That's okay.
Like, I get to go first.
Yes, go first.
Okay, well, as I wear this very patriotic hat, man,
know.
that's amazing.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, I
You're
can't
gonna
I
go
can't
home with
not
glitter.
touch it now, and it's too late. It's all over my hands. It's
That
all
was part
it's,
of my evil plan.
it's all over the place. I'm gonna dust it all over your city behind
I
me.
can't wait till you go home and your wife asks, why are you covered in glitter?
What
about
Breaking
filming
News
at
got a little
Jason's?
crazy. What can I say? Breaking News. All right, I love Breaking News. It's always fun to talk about what's going on in the LEGO community, with LEGO in our cities, obviously,
Yes.
and that's where I'm going to start. Obviously, is that now it's going to be some time before this is actually posted, but my city, the rebuild is done.
Yep.
Very excited to get that. That was a big project. Wow.
That was posted a week or so ago.
Yeah, I think so. A week or so ago. But I need to. I'm working on some of the details now. Hopefully, by the time this airs, I'll have the complete overview done of that particular section. I'm working on a lot of details right now, which is actually impacting the downtown area and a little bit of the residential area as well. So there's some musical chairs going
Yeah,
on
I
right
know which
now.
moves you
Yeah,
have. I've seen
and I even went that route that you suggested. And then I did a different route, and then another route, and then it was just a vicious cycle. And I was like, what the heck? And anyway, so I think I ended up doing what you were suggesting anyway. Anyway, at least I'm not going to go back anymore. It's such a pain working in the downtown area and getting specific modulars out.
Oh, yeah.
And some of them are pretty integrated, pretty well integrated inside them. You can't just go, oh, here we go, pick this one up, take it out. It is not like that. They're usually destroying something next to it. People are falling all over the place. Cars are crashing. Mass hysteria.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Thank
Anyway.
you, Bill Murray.
You got it. You got it. So what else? So there was that. So and I can finally get back to other projects, such as getting the. I don't know. There's so much to do. It's crazy. So in other news, there's that, which is great. I'm so happy that's finally done. In other news, though, the space situation was getting catastrophic. Like it was beyond critical. It was just I got to figure this out, and I made the really tough decision, man.
You mean room space, not
room space.
Lego space.
Yeah, yes. Thanks for clarifying that. I'm tired of the space Lego sets. No. But they were heavily involved in this decision. But I had the boxes were just all over the place. Like it was just good. I have nowhere to put these things, and my garage is full. Because usually you use your basement as storage. Well, I have my Lego hobby down there, which means we use our garage is filled up with stuff. And anyway, I decided to start throwing away Lego boxes. And so I went through the collection, and I'm thinking, I don't need this, I don't need that. And I went through 1 week, and I filled up that bin so fast, obviously. And I'm like, this is going to take too much space in my bins. So I started collapsing them.
Okay.
And I thought, as I collapsed a lot of them I didn't want, wait a minute, hold on a second here. I think this will work out, just collapsing them. Why don't I just start doing that? And I know a lot of people say they do that and they like that and whatever, but I just, for some reason, there's something about it. I just had the boxes.
I know. I
You
made
know?
that decision a while ago.
Right.
You've seen mine.
Yeah, yeah.
It takes up so much less space.
Absolutely. So I worked 3 hours straight one night. That was all I was doing. Because as I went to a box, I'd open it up, there's a box inside of it. And there'd be another box inside. And sometimes there'd be yet another box inside of that box. And wow, it was crazy. And not only that, but the various sizes of boxes drove me nuts.
Yeah.
You had the jumbos, the bigs, the mediums, the big mediums, the small mediums, the smalls. And I don't even keep the small boxes. I try to keep the larger ones. So I collapsed them all, and I have like about a 6 foot long row of collapsed boxes under my city. Now there was a lot I couldn't collapse. Some of them are the you open up the box like that, not the side, and you can't collapse those without doing some serious damage.
Well, you have to unfold those. Right?
Yes,
And those
all-
are mostly like idea sets.
Well, not even that, but some old. They're all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, all over the place.
'Cause that's how
with-
the buildable minifigure is.
Yeah,
It's
like that.
Type of
But
box.
they've used this box design through the decades, and some decades-old boxes, and some that are like 10 years old, 15 years old. There's just various ones that are like that. Ones that are like that are the Technic supercars.
Okay.
Are also like that. So those are all stacked. The ones that I still threw some away, and I'll be honest, there was a lot, like all the helmets. I don't know why was I keeping those, man. Anyway.
Well, I was going to ask you if you had in everything that was a $200 and above, I kept, or everything that was $100 and above, I kept.
Yeah, it wasn't so much the dollar amount; it was how big the box was. So if it was,
Well, those two generally correlate to each other.
yeah,
I will
they
say
do.
that.
No, you're right. You're right. Absolutely.
Did you
And,
keep any of the thumb press ones? Because there's the tape.
those I
versus
hated those. Yeah, I kept those. Yeah.
You did, okay.
Like I said before, there were some I'm like, this is not worth it. You're just going to toss them. In fact, there is a pile of boxes near my kitchen that I'm sure my wife Mindy loves having seen there, but those need to go in the bin. And for some reason, I can't just set them there in the kitchen and expect her to take care of them for me, apparently. So I'll have to take care of that myself this weekend, perhaps. We'll see. But yeah, that was the other news. And speaking of which, a lot of those boxes, I would say about a fifth of them were interior white boxes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Wow, I
I
cannot
saw
believe
that when
how
I was
many
over
of
there the other
those
day.
are in there. And I'm like, well, should I keep these or not? At the
No.
moment, I have them still.
I say chuck them.
Okay, well, that's great.
I
'cause
got
that'll-
rid of the white ones because there's nothing on there that ties
There's nothing
them
on
to the
there.
set.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a 7-digit number
There's
on
a
it.
number or a weird like QR
You know
code,
what?
but-
I think there's a few of them, 2 or 3, that actually have box art. One is a Star Wars set that had like the ship on it.
Well,
There's
so
a couple
like
like
the
that.
big ones, so like the Millennium Falcon, the AT-AT or AT-AT, depending on how old you
AT-AT.
are. The Razor Crest, like those have the boxes that have the pictures on the end, right?
Yeah, but I keep those inside the box.
That's what I did.
And those are more prestigious boxes anyway.
Yeah.
Those are elites, and I don't touch those.
Those are the only ones that
They're-
haven't collapsed.
Those are actually in my garage inside the shipping box.
Okay.
That's what I did with those. Those are a little different, along with the Razor Crest too, actually. But no, there were some other UCS sets, much smaller scale, which sounds crazy to say that, but they actually had. I want to say Slave One was like that. With the printed interior box. I could be wrong, but there was at least 2 of them that I'm like, hey, this has got some designs on it. There you go. So whatever. I think I spent way too much time talking about the white boxes. Anyway, that was a great project, and you know what? I did it all. Okay. Whoa, I gotta go back. I got ahead of myself. Before I collapsed all the boxes, I had to make another tough decision to put my 90s space sub theme sets back into storage. So they're back into storage. It was painful, but then they were so bad. They were so dusty with, not dust, but like chalk all over them.
Because you have them in your
In the weight room, yeah. So I'm always patting the chalk down, to kind of dry off my hands as I lift. And they were bad, really, really bad. And you know what's sad about it is I was putting them in the boxes. They really need like a liquid cleaning. A lot of them do. I'm like, oh man, these probably need to be cleaned next time I get them out. But they're not there forever, but I did have to temporarily put them away. But what's really cool about this, Jason, is that underneath my city, with the exception of the boxes and the castle theme, nothing is there. It is all cleared and ready to be opened up for various projects.
Well, I'm going to call you on that because there's the Arctic Explorer.
So yeah, that's there. That's there.
That's all.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, I lied. You caught me. So there is that. But I love them so much. I had to keep them
Oh, they're
somewhere.
good. They're good.
But in so doing and taking all the boxes out, they were kind of getting roughed up a little bit. So anyway, we'll figure it out. But yeah, they're one of many themes that I want to display underneath the city eventually. And there's also 5 or 6 building sets that'll be part of the new 90s themed-ish Lego City underneath the Lego City. So that is my breaking news as far as Alex goes in my city. That's a lot.
Well,
I thought it was.
on top of El Dorado and the Disney Castle.
You know what? Yeah, do we want to talk about those? Because we did. So by the way, thank you again for doing the review with me.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was really cool. It was a different take. Because I'm like, I got this Disney Castle. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this justice. I don't have the original. I don't know much about Disney castles. I don't go to Disneyland, but you do.
I told him, I said, I picture it like Pawn Stars. I know a guy. Let me call in a friend.
Do you mind if I have a guy come in and take a look at the signatures?
So I was
exactly what we
the
did.
comic book guy or whatever.
Yeah, and you had great insight. It was fantastic, and it
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the review was awesome too. It's at the moment my best out of my. It's my. You know how YouTube always shows like how it ranks on the top 10 or the last 10, I should say, of your videos, and it's like the best performing. So it's like, all right, good. So I got to have you more often, I guess, with with sets like that.
Well, I have issue with that statement. You have one video that in the last month has performed much better, but we'll talk about that.
We'll get to that later. All right. But yeah, no, the Disney Castle's fine. And you know what I'm going to try to do? I'm going to try to put it in the amusement park.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I was
try.
ask, so what are you gonna do? Are you gonna fill in the back? Are you gonna leave it open?
Well, here's the deal. A particular person commented on the review, Kim Plata. A lot of you guys know him, brick artisan, and I don't know if he's serious or not, but he dropped the question of, would you rather the Disney castle be built into something different using the pieces, or be a more enclosed castle? And somebody beat me to it. Who was it? It was somebody we know. But they said, enclosed. And I said, yeah, I agree, enclosed.
Well, I know someone just did a video. I think it was Brixie actually. He has the old Disney castle, and he had a second one, and basically built a
did he
backside
really?
to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I saw a video
cool.
on that. It's kind of interesting.
Huh.
It only costs $400 to do it that way, but
Is that all? Huh. What a
but
deal.
it costs most people $800, so whatever. It takes up a lot of space though if you do that.
It
'cause
does
it's gonna
take up
be
a lot of
twice as
space.
wide and-
Yes, and that's
So,
the
I don't know.
concern is where do I put it? So, I mean, there's only one way to put it, and you can't. You got to take something out. There's something you got to sacrifice, and in this case, the low-hanging fruit, unfortunately, is going to have to be the Pirates of Barracuda Bay shipwreck.
really?
Yeah.
So you're not going to do the ride?
Well, I want to do the ride, but let's be honest, it's just taking forever. And I say that because I'm not ambitious about finding parts for it. Yeah. Like what I do is I look for something that comes out. There's a little bug trying to get me. Where is it? Do you see it?
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just in my imagination.
Maybe.
Anyway, anything can happen here on Breaking News, folks. So I wanted to make it a water ride, and there's a lot of mechanics that have to go into it too. I got to get a hold of some track or make my own track, and it's ambitious, and I just don't have the time or patience for it. That's really what it comes to. I don't have the time or patience for it. So sadly, it's going to have to, because it looks a little awkward at the moment there. I want it to work. It'll probably work eventually, but there was a Lego Ideas set that I really wanted to work and win because it was a water ride. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I could totally use that.
Oh, the log flume.
The log flume, yes. I'm like, oh man, that would be perfect. I would just buy that, integrate it into the set. Magical. But it didn't come to fruition, which was a low chance anyway. So yeah, there's that. Or I could put it at the main entrance, but it just kind of looked awkward because it has the open back, which I don't like. So anyway, we'll see if Kim has any surprises for me. I hope he doesn't do a good job, because what'll happen is I'll look at it and go, oh my gosh, I want that, and I want the parts list, and I want to put it together, and that's this whole vicious cycle, as you guys know. So.
We'll wait and see, I guess.
Wait and see. But I love El Dorado Fortress. I love it. It's great. It's very nostalgic. I never had the original.
Yeah.
So I love these callbacks. And it's had mixed reviews in the comments section. But generally speaking, people like it.
Most of what I've seen has been pretty positive on that one.
Yeah.
A lot of people love it.
And just in case you're wondering, your typical base plate is 32 by 32, which was what the set was. This one, somebody asked the question, so I have it here in my memory bank, but it is 41 studs wide and 40 studs deep.
Oh,
Right?
so
It's not a
bigger.
perfect square.
Okay.
Right? It's kind of an awkward shape. You have some beach areas kind of sticking out, protruding a little bit there. But that's the amount of space that you need square to fit it.
Gotcha.
See? There you go. You guys never know what great, worthless information you're going to get here on Breaking News. Right?
There you go. Does that mean you're leading into me? The worthless news?
And now to no, yours is more interesting. So go for it, because I'm just talking about the new Lego sets that I'm enjoying, trying to integrate and use. I don't know. It's kind of it's a weird thing right now because like Lego, it's been kind of famine for a while, and then all of a sudden they're sending out a lot of Lego sets to land people right now, and I'm getting a lot, and it's hard to keep up. And in some cases, it's been I hate to say it, but a little stressful keeping up with it. So anyway, any spare time? I don't have spare time.
Well, I've noticed some land members, their reviews have come out a lot later than other people. Like I saw someone that's a big one.
Yeah.
That they were just asking, should I do the Bat Cave or was another one? Which
no
you did
kidding.
The Bat Cave like a month ago.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the other one, but it was another big one. Oh, it was the aerial clamshell.
Oh, the
Yeah,
clamshell.
so
Well, that's
I
easy.
think
The
they
shadow
just-
box.
Well,
Sorry. Anyway.
so I think some people are like, well, I'll just take a hit on this one and do it later.
Yeah, and that's fine. Well, my thing is
But
I
the
try
images
to
leak out, so it doesn't
images
matter
leak
anymore.
out. Yeah, things like that
Oh,
happen, or
whatever.
Lego does a press release. You're like, whatever. But
Not
we're
rant
still.
week.
No, it's not rant week. Sorry, we'll save it. We'll save it for that time. But anyway, yeah. So all right, I've taken up way too much time. So
That's all right.
on to you, man.
So as far as my city, not a ton has been going on.
Well, what do
I've had other Lego projects going on. Oswald has been the big thing for the last month. As of today,
oh,
just
goodness
acquired.
gracious.
Do you know what number this is?
Hold on a second. Is it 60? 70? I know it's like by 10. It's not 100, is it?
This is number 80.
80?
Number 80.
Well, okay, so this is all fine and good that you can get these now, but it's probably going to have to slow down when these guys go
Well, that's
away.
why I got to get them now as fast as I
Right.
can. So
So there you go.
Yeah.
So there you go. So if you guys want to help out Jason in getting the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, you know, he's taking donations. Any kind of good deals you guys can find out there, send him his way. He absolutely loves it and needs it.
there's someone in Germany that has
Deutschland.
47 of them right now. And they're like $3.98 a piece, which is a great deal. But shipping is like $35. But still, to buy them all, it's like $200. So I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, so that's the big thing I've been focusing on. Like I was at the Lego store today, and they know. They're like, "Oh, looking for Oswald." It's like they all know.
You're there like every
and
other
when I
day.
was there at the A-Fool day on
Oh,
Saturday,
yeah.
there was a couple guys. They're like, "I had to hurry and get my Oswald before you got over there."
Yep.
So,
You know it.
that's all right.
Well, I have one, so there you go.
I know, and I gave it to you.
Yes, he
Can't
did.
believe it. I have one other thing. This came today, so this isn't going to be a normal new thing to do a haul, but
Is this 10 more Oswalds?
no, this is
Get to
not
90?
Oswald's, but this is related to my city. This is something we've talked about before, and I was waiting for it to come back in stock,
Really? Ooh.
and I'm kind of excited. I actually was supposed to come Saturday, but on the mail, whatever. It wasn't here, so I can't tell you I did something in my city because I had to work today.
I'm curious. Drum roll. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah.
So I got the lights for my city. I should be able to light this whole street on the side with the Emporium. So the police station, the fire station.
May I-
But it
may I?
These are the ones I wanted to show you right
Okay.
here. These are the ones I was waiting to come back in stock.
That is
These
genius.
are the magnetic ones that go together.
Magnetic
So,
connections. Brilliant.
Hopefully it will work and I can just put it in place and it'll go.
It's really cool,
So,
man.
Yeah.
The evolution continues from Bevan's Bricks. Thanks,
Yeah,
Bevan's Bricks.
They're all from Bevan's Bricks. I've really been happy with it.
Yeah.
And honestly, so I should be able to light the police station, the fire station, the Emporium, and the Palace Cinema, I'm thinking, for about $220 for all of those. Wow. So, and that is assuming what I've ordered is enough. So I've been real happy. I've only had, I kind of messed up on my first order. I
Wait.
thought I'd be able to do two, but I only did one.
This, how much is this? Can you tell us
This
how much this
order
order was?
was, I want to say 114, something like that.
114. So you're saying to light up that street, it was about $200.
So to do those 4 modulars, I'm figuring it about $220.
So if I wanted to light up my entire city, we thinking what, like $5,000?
$1 million.
I'm thinking you got other problems,
Yeah.
bleeding and other stuff like that.
Yikes.
But yeah, but it's a lot cheaper than other.
Oh
options
yeah,
out
no, this
there.
is great, and I love that it's not a kit specific to them,
Correct.
right? So you
And
can
that's
do
the
whatever
one
you
thing,
want.
You've got a plan, and I learned a lot doing the first one, figuring out the pieces.
Right.
And I'm not by any means Do I feel like I'm an expert? I learned a lot in the first one, and I'm sure I'm going to learn more. This is the piece where you can connect the modular. So when you take apart the levels, it'll still be lit below.
Very
It's
nice. Yeah.
the connectors.
Dang, man. I love it.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool. All
That's what
right.
I've been working on. So hopefully next time there will be something in the city I can show you. Or not, I don't know. Maybe,
Well, that's really
maybe
cool.
instead there will be
That's-
48 more Oswalds.
That is pretty awesome, man.
So-
48. Yes.
I think
Well,
they're
we can
going
all
to
hope.
retire them around August, so that's what
August.
I'm worried about.
Okay. Well,
So-
that's coming up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, unfortunately not a lot in my city, but
Okay.
I do have that. I mean,
Well-
the bigger problem with my city is I just don't have enough space. So, when my wife comes down, you can talk to her about that.
You know what? I don't want to
She-
get
she
in trouble.
comments
I'm not
every
gonna.
time you say
I'm not going to
stuff.
say anything, Tanya. So
Don't
I
worry,
mean,
she will.
it's a nice space to sit down and watch some TV and watch some movies, but I mean, we could always kind of move the city out this way. We kind of move the desk a little further out, right?
That was actually an original. You're gonna get me in trouble. We're not gonna talk about this.
Sorry. Okay. All right. What else, man?
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I think.
That's not it.
Yeah, it's not it.
No. Well, you have big news.
I'm on my city.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you may have covered it
Oh,
in
I'm
your
working
own.
on a diorama. Is that what you want to? So I've never been very good at dioramas.
You're better than me because I've never even tried it.
Well, I've never really, yeah, it's not gone well. So I'm trying one. I'll give you a hint. It's Indiana Jones themed. We'll see how it works. I'm excited. The movie is, well, I mean, it just came out. Not, it's coming out. It just came out. But no, it's coming out this week. So I'm gonna go see it. My cousin's coming up from Arizona.
Heck yeah.
So.
Well,
excited
okay,
for
so
that.
I
But,
should have been more specific, but I was talking
are you
about
talking
that.
about my channel?
The number on your
Yes,
skyscraper.
You'll notice we have crossed the 1,000 mark. That's a big deal.
It's a
So
big
thank you
deal.
to everybody.
Woo! Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Not only that, but you're climbing like crazy still.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great, man.
I know.
It's good growth.
Well,
It's good summer.
yeah, I guess I'm making something right.
You're doing something right. Keep it going, man.
You know, people like stupid videos, so they know where to go.
I love it.
All right. I think that's about it for collection. That I got.
Oh well, that's good. That's good stuff. Really good stuff. Lots going on.
Let's see. As far as other things, oh,
In other news.
there was a couple of new sets. I think these are more leaks. I know you don't really like to talk about those, but
I like talking about them. It's just you
well,
know.
we will not be showing the pictures. I'll just tell you up front because we don't want to get anyone
Well,
in
there's
trouble.
a good possibility by this time this airs that it will have a press release officially. So, but as of right now, we got to play it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, especially I don't want to get him in trouble. since
Yeah,
this
they'll come
will be
for
on
me.
your channel,
They'll come
so-
for me. FBI,
But
open
there's
up!
2 art sets that
Yes.
there were pictures. And, you can go
One
out and
is
find them
awesome.
pretty easily. So
One
the first
is-
one is Spider-Man. It's going to be, I think the rumor is like $200, $225, something like that.
Probably in the $200 range
And
for
it's
sure.
kind of a cross. I mean, I don't want to say it's dots. There's a lot of dots type pieces in there, but there
Well,
are
it's-
some bigger pieces as well.
It's an art set, right? And it's like something that you hang on your wall, basically. And it looks phenomenal, very colorful,
Yeah.
and
it's much bigger than the small
very
square
big.
ones. It looks
Yeah,
like
when you
it's
said
maybe
like,
twice
"Hey, have
as
you
big
seen
or
what's
whatever.
going on?" I'm like, "No, I never know what's going on. I'm in a bubble apparently, and you're the one who knows more than I do, and I'm in the land. What the heck's up with that, man?" So it just goes to say, huh? But anyway,
But no, the Spider-Man one, if for
Yeah.
those who've seen it, you may know and have opinions. I think it looks really good.
I like it.
I showed
Yeah.
my wife. It's got, little spiders on it and stuff. It's,
Yeah, well, as I was looking at the leaked photo and studying it, I thought this is really cool, but I probably won't get it. Yeah.
that's all right. Can't
What
get
about you?
everything.
What about you? You gonna get it?
Probably not.
Oh.
But, I mean, it's certainly one of the better ones. Like, I think it's...
It is definitely
it's-
one of the
I
better
would-
ones. Yes.
I would get that before I would get the Rolling Stones or,
Yeah.
some of those. It just depends.
Yeah.
The other one I will definitely not be picking up. It's like a modern art set. It looks like just a box of random pieces they scraped up off the floor and put for sale. Evidently, you make your
It
own.
looks
picture or
like bulk
something.
brick.
It looks like something a 6-year-old would put together.
It
and
looks
say, Look
like
what I did, and you're
When
supposed to say, "Good job."
when you use that app and you scan your pile of pieces, That's what it looks like. It'll say, "Oh, you can do some crummy art."
I think you mean it
Well,
looks like a pile of pieces. That's
It
what
looks,
like.
yeah,
It's
it's like
bad.
let's just organize it and color code it here and here.
You know
Actually,
what
you
it
know
looks
what?
like? It looks like our blind builds. That's what it looks like.
It's really that, but no, our blind builds. Come on, have some respect for our blind builds. Come on now. Well, I don't know. Some people might like
Yeah.
that. I don't think we're the ones that should criticize it because we're not like we're not going to these art museums and going, yes, that's fine art. Yes. Oh, yes, that's very fine art. Yes. I don't know. But personally, when you saw my face when I first saw
I
it.
know. I made the same face. It
Like,
was a lot like,
what
what?
is this? Anyway.
So I guess moral of the story, it's not for us. If you like it, that's fine. You can do that.
So what we're saying as these 2 leaks come out, we're like, we're not going to get them.
Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, A Fool Podcast. So you may recall I was on episode 75.
It was a good episode. I watched
Alex was on another one. I'm not even going to give you the number because you don't need it, evidently. So this is what I will say. Before mine aired, Alex was at 2.6K after 6 months. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yes.
Pretty good. So my goal, I jokingly said, hey, go out and watch it. Let's see if we can pass Alex. So, first day or two, got a few hundred views, got up to 1,000 fairly quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
As of right now, I'm up to 1,800. So I'm
It's pretty good.
close to
Yeah.
where you were.
Yeah.
So thank you to those of you that watched it. I
Thanks
do
for
really
watching.
appreciate that. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
It was a really good podcast.
But I have to be honest, I've become obsessed because I'm like, well, how's Alex? Are people watching it? Because we promoted yours a little bit. All of a sudden, a video that is 6 or 7 months old, I'm watching it, and he's getting... Don't do that. I'm already annoyed enough about this. I'm watching it go up by hundreds a day. Like, during the day, I'm like, oh, I look in the morning, and then it's like 500 later. My wife pointed that out. Although then my wife, she's like, I got to see what the deal is. So she went and watched it. I'm like, please do not help him. Anyways, as of right now, he's at 26,000 views.
No kidding.
Yes. So I take credit for those.
Yeah.
You get 2.6K and I get the other 23K.
Well, I was just a
That's
great guest,
how
I
I'm
guess.
looking at it.
That's interesting. I wonder what caused it to spike like that.
Well, I think it's once, people maybe started going out and looking for it.
Maybe.
And then
It recommends it more?
recommends it more. That's what it has to be.
Interesting.
Or I think you just set your phone on repeat and it's just
Yeah,
constantly.
yeah. I'm sure 20,000 of those are just my phone on repeat.
They're probably me checking, honestly.
Yeah, that's cool. But regardless,
Yes.
the AFO podcast is great. You guys should check
it
it
was
out.
a
if
lot
you
of fun.
haven't. All right.
It was
yeah,
good.
It's good.
Okay, let's see. We are almost out of time. We're probably past time, but there's something I wanted to
Well,
talk
I
about.
got to say the AFO podcast is usually a couple hours, and we're
Yeah.
but we're trying to. We're going to try to. Maybe we'll evolve into that later. But right now, we're trying to keep it as short as possible. It's not really working. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
We've said in the past we're going to try to keep it to 30 minutes, but
The code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
we're going to blow past this today, whatever.
This
Because
is
we
not.
want to talk about goats.
uh,
I
Goats.
thought you liked goats. I know you'd like to have a goat.
yeah. Well, specifically, we're talking about Lego goats, not
talking
not
about
the
Lego
greast
goats.
of all time.
We just did on the April.
Yeah, that's right. Now you know. Yeah, goats. Goats are kind of rare when it comes to Lego, obviously.
Goats, they go for what, about $80 right now? on
80, 90,
Bricklink,
maybe even
somewhere in there.
$100, maybe, yeah. Mhm.
And occasionally, we saw this on one of our community commentaries. We see
did.
people who goat flex. They just
Check
happen
out
to
my
have
goats,
them.
man.
I saw something online. Someone said they bought them on the Pick-a-Brick online wall. Like you could have bought them
No.
before. Yeah, they did.
No way.
Yeah, back in the day. I mean, they sell the animals
Can you
now online.
can you imagine just taking a handful of goats and putting them in a box?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Wow. Anyway, sorry.
So
What's the news?
everyone wants a goat. Like
So
this
they're bringing
is the
them back.
thing everyone wants. Well, there's a story, and this was on Brick Fanatics. I'll put a link in the.
Oh, I like Brick
Actually,
Fanatics.
this is on yours, so you're gonna have to. Put the
Oh,
link in
check
there.
it out, guys, in the description below.
So they did some research into why we don't have goats. Because it was 2011, I think, that set came out.
Which doesn't
The
seem
Mill
too far
Village
back.
Raid.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we're old. I mean, if you think about it, Jimmy wasn't born.
Wait, he was born in 2012.
Exactly.
Yikes.
Josh was what, like 3 years on the 4? Anyways,
Yeah. Anywho.
so it came out, and for some reason, there just was never a set that they could put it in, right?
Guess so. Okay.
So there was a designer that wanted to bring back the goat.
Yeah.
You know the scene in Jurassic Park, the first one?
Of course.
He's gonna eat the goat? Excellent.
Where they come through and the goat's
Yeah,
there, and then all
the
of a sudden
goat's the
half
bait.
of the goat
Yeah.
lands on the
Right.
car, right?
Yeah, right.
So
Lego lamb.
the designer of the set, so the one up here with the T-Rex,
Yeah. Yeah, great
they
set.
wanted to have this idea that the goat was alive and living happily in the stomach. So it was like going to be an Easter egg, and they wanted to put the goat in there.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Well, this is what they found. The mold had not been used in so long, it had deteriorated, and it could not be used anymore. So he pushed to try to get them to create a new mold. Well, can we do that? And they said, we can't justify the cost of a new
Right.
mold to hide it inside a set. Like for an Easter egg, it's not worth the cost, basically. So the mold is no good. They do have the digital renders, I guess it says, so they could recreate them. Then there was the idea of the goat boat when that came out.
Yeah.
But they figured, you know what, the molded piece doesn't really fit with the theme, plus
Yeah,
the size, it wouldn't
right.
have worked. So they ended up not using it there. So there's been talks about trying to do it, and some of the designers know that it is desired. Like,
Yes.
one of the most highly sought after animal pieces
Yeah.
for sure. And so it's just interesting. I didn't realize that the mold is no longer usable.
That's too
And
bad.
That's why we do not have a goat.
That is too bad.
So the question I have for you, if they do recreate it, because the other one they had talked about putting it in was the medieval blacksmith shop.
Oh, yeah,
You know how it's
right.
got the little husky dog?
Yeah.
They were going to put that in place of the husky,
That would have been better.
but again, the mold's no
So
good,
so
and
many
they-
opportunities. So it's not just like a one-off.
Yeah.
Right? There's plenty of sets out there that would justify having a goat.
Yeah. Well, there's like that 4+ farm that has the sheep that you can shear, and the baby sheep and the cow and stuff like that would have fit in there.
This is true.
But I don't know. So maybe they're just continuing to tease us because they want to keep
So I
that
guess
desire.
it's just a matter of time, I guess, before it comes back.
I would think. But let me ask you this. If they do come out with the goat, would you like them to change the mold or recreate the mold?
Ooh, that is a very good question. What do you guys think? Original or change it? I think,
I personally hope that they make it different. And the reason for that is because there's people that have bought
differentiate
them
it?
for like $50, $60, $80. How mad would you be if you have paid,
Well-
I bought 3 goats and I got a deal. It was only $250. Oh, I got a set. It came with them and it was $48.
speaking of some, okay, no. This is from somebody who doesn't have a goat. I don't care. Give me the same one. So there you go.
I would be happy with any goat. But for those people's sake, I would feel
Yes.
bad. I guess that's the
Yeah, I'd
take I
feel
would
bad
have on it.
too, right? It's kind of like the El Dorado Fortress. Like if they just did a complete copy of it, that would probably be not cool, right?
Yeah.
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 So,
I know.
no, I agree.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know. It's kind of like the Star Wars.
Kind of like a black goat with I don't know.
Yeah, if they did a different coloring, even
Different
I
color.
would be okay with
Same
that.
same mold but different color.
I would be okay
could do
with
that, right?
But just never make that one. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
kind of like the idea where they take, these exclusive figures. Like, so the big
Yeah.
one is the Star Wars Advent Calendar this year is coming out with the Omega figure. And I know you don't follow Star Wars, so it's from Bad Batch. The only place you can get that figure is in the Justifier, the $170 Justifier.
Which we can't justify the price of.
Exactly. I saw it for $110 yesterday at Walmart.
Still too expensive.
That's a whole nother thing, but that figure is now going to be in the Advent Calendar.
Well, good.
So I'm happy because I want to get that, and
Yeah.
I don't want to. I can't
Spend
justify
$200.
the cost.
And then some. Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't know.
Well, there you go. That is very informative.
So that's why we do not have a goat. And for those of you that have
Wow.
built the T-Rex, did you know there is something inside there?
I had that set, but I never built it.
So when you build it, there's a frog inside the stomach.
A frog.
Little Lego frog. Because I remember my wife, that's when I got her. She went and built it, and she came up. She's like, "Look, there's a frog." And
that makes
you
no
never see
sense,
it.
but
like
whatever.
you can't. There's not a little one piece. You take
Is
off
it a
to
green
see it.
frog?
It's a green frog. Just the regular Lego frog. They love to put those in sets,
Why don't they just put like a skeleton, a Lego skeleton in there?
A goat skeleton?
No. Well, sure, whatever. But no, there's like the minifigure
liar?
skeletons. Yes, exactly. I don't know. Maybe that's too morbid, but I mean, come on. I think that'd be hysterical.
What? You
Yeah.
can get it and put a skeleton.
You
in
can
it.
put a skeleton. Would a skeleton
He
fit in
can-
his belly?
I don't remember. I didn't build it.
Oh, okay.
But he can keep the frog company.
Yes. There you go. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's about all the time we have for news, unless you have anything else.
I don't have anything else. I think that covers a lot of great stuff going on right now in our cities as well as Lego in general. So yeah, that's good stuff, guys. As always, yeah, check the description below for all the links or whatever's going on in this thing. I'll put a link to Brick Fanatics as well in the
yeah,
article.
we'll put this article.
And that's very interesting stuff. Yeah, it's great to know because knowledge is power. Yeah.
Or entertaining.
Yes.
I found it interesting because that's the one you hear people talk about. And I was
Yeah.
like, maybe people care. Or,
There you go.
Or maybe they won't.
What other topics are items that you'd like us to use our investigative knowledge to figure out for you in Breaking News? Let us know in the comment section below. All right. Okay.
All right.
Well, guys, yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah. And we do have one other piece of news we
Oh.
didn't discuss.
Oh my gosh, it just keeps
Yes,
coming.
This I meant to talk early, and then you kept going on and on and on and on and on, and I forgot.
I never do that.
So
Come on now.
yeah, and it wasn't even a rant. No, so on the A-Fool podcast, they had said we should try moving it to classifying it as a podcast.
Oh, yeah, right.
Video.
Uh-huh.
So we've done that. We're gonna
Yes,
see
we
if
have.
it makes a difference. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But we had to come up with an image.
We did.
So we now have a logo. You'll see it. You've seen it.
Can I show it on my?
Well, you can. They've probably.
Well, it's on.
It's actually going to be on the thumbnail, so they've
Yes.
probably seen it there.
There it
But
is.
yes, look at that. He's got a fancy merch swag. I don't
Breaking
say merch.
news
We're
with
not
Alex
selling it,
Nunes
so
and
it's-
Jason's Bricks in 5. Could be yours for the low price of $99.99. Submit your payments now. No, I was kidding. We will have to give them away. They're awesome.
Well,
I
we're
like
gonna
it.
have to pay
It's
people
it's
to
a
take
great.
them, I
Yeah, we'll
think.
pay you to take these. No, we'll have some at Brick Slopes to give some people. And
Well,
you
now
can put
you're
on your
letting the
flask.
cat out of the bag.
Oh, sorry.
Oh well, now
We're not gonna give 'em
secret's
away.
out. We
If
may
you-
have swag at the Brick Slopes.
We may
for
or may
those
not
that are
have
coming.
swag. All
we have a
right.
few ideas. We might actually have some prizes and different interactive events. We'll say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
What do you think, Jimmy? Jimmy approves.
Looks good.
You like it?
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
thanks.
and he also has his literal
Yes.
YouTube logo on
Yes,
there.
that is my logo as well.
Thanks,
you like that
Jimmy.
one too?
I like your profile picture.
Oh, you like it?
Profile.
Thank you.
Jimmy, that's really good.
We got to get you a logo.
Yeah,
I mean, I
guess
guess you
so.
have you and Mindy, but
Yeah,
just
we got
put some
our.
art on it, like a word under your name.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
There.
I don't know.
Maybe it's
So make your
different-
ideas.
That's a different topic for another day.
I guess so.
I do have a thought about that I want to ask you. So.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and want to thank today's sponsor.
That's right. Have a good one, guys.
This episode of Breaking News is brought to you by the Fiverton Travel Bureau, reminding you to come and see one of the most majestic sights in Fiverton, Fiverton Falls. Whether as an individual, family, or a group outing, you're sure to find something for you. Enjoy the nature and the great facilities as well as the view. And if you're lucky, you might see wildlife. And we've got great picnic facilities as well. Don't take our word for it. Listen to Joey from Indiana.
So me and my wife were walking through the park the other day, and I spotted these trees, and I told my wife, I said, hey, look, they're kind of shady.
Come visit Fiverton Falls. View the majesty.